Rock 94, it's Brad Hilgers, and I've got on the phone with me all the way from the Atlanta area, an old friend of mine who used to be a Rock 94 DJ, Ryan Burton. How you doing?
I'm doing great, Brad. How you doing, man?
I'm doing awesome. All right. Now, the reason we have you on the phone here today is because you wrote a song, something that's close to your heart and your family. So why don't you explain the reason why you wrote this song?
Well, I will clarify that I co-wrote the song, and I definitely need to give credit to my wonderful producer, co-writer, and artist, Van, who really just gave of himself to help us make this reality. And he and I played in a band years ago in Montreal called I See Red, and he was a huge part of this. But basically, what happened is in September of last year, my stepdaughter, who's 3 going on 4 now, was diagnosed with leukemia, and it really just really shook us up, and as anybody listening could imagine. And immediately we were checked into the hospital and began about 6 months of chemotherapy. And thankfully, Callie is in remission now, and doing well. And this is a long road, but right now we're in remission, which is great. But it kind of, I think, as most people would do, they adapt to the situation, and then they want to make a difference. And being a musician and a songwriter and having some contacts, I just wanted to do something. So I reached out to my old bandmate. We got together for the first time in about 18 years and wrote and recorded the song "Sometimes You Gotta Fight," and it's available internationally on iTunes. And he's still up in Montreal, as you mentioned, Brad. I'm down in Atlanta now and working in radio and media down here in the U.S. for the last decade since leaving Thunder Bay and Canadian radio, and things are going well. But definitely this challenge has changed things and changed me, and we're hoping a lot of people buy "Sometimes You Gotta Fight" and support a great international charity called Cure Childhood Cancer. It's based out of here in Atlanta.
Okay, now. Okay, so your partner Van went down there. Now I know ahead of time you were telling me about the studio and some of the musicians you worked with. You got a lot of help from big time musicians down there as well, right?
Yeah, it's really cool. I mean, it's very special. When you try to do something and you just get to see the good in people and what people are prepared to do. And starting with Van, who just gave of himself. And granted, we were in a band years ago, but that was years ago. And he doesn't owe me anything, and he got on a plane and flew down here and lived with my family for a week, and we commuted down to a studio in Jonesboro, which is a few miles down from where I live, called Reel to Reel Studios, and it's co-owned by a gentleman named Bill Turpin, and Steve Rawls is the other owner, Steve and Bill. But Bill's son is Will Turpin, who's the bass player in the band Collective Soul, and actually the studio is pretty much where Collective Soul was born. Ed Rowland was the house engineer there years ago. He's the singer of the band, and it's a very cool place. Real high-end Class A recording facility. And Steve and Bill, the owners of the studio, basically brought in the best of Georgia musicians. We had a great drummer come in, a great backup vocalist, and the guy who played keyboards on it, his name's Sloan Hayes. And we didn't actually know this till after the fact, but Sloan played in a 70s band called Starbuck that had like a number 3 hit on Billboard called Moonlight Feels All Right.
Okay.
You might know that one. I don't know, but we thought that was kind of cool. But he's an amazing keyboardist. But and of course Van led the charge. I don't know if his song got as much play in Thunder Bay as it did in other areas of Canada, but Van had a pretty substantial radio hit in probably 8 or 9 years ago called Cherish Your Youth, and but he really led the charge, and he's unbelievably talented.
Okay, now it's on the website as well. You have a website for this. And
we do.
Yeah.
We do, and I've been ordered by the team to promote the website as much as possible.
Okay.
Sometimes you gotta fight.com. I'm being directed in these interviews now. I'm being told, you got to say this, Ryan. Okay, so I've got the website out there, Brad. Thank you.
All right, so there you go. Sometimes you gotta fight.com, and you shot a video. Well, it's a lot of still pictures of children that have gone through the same battle that your daughter has, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And actually, my wife Kathy reached out to a lot of the moms that she's friended on Facebook, and they sent in pictures, and it's pretty special. This really started as a social media campaign, and our objective was really not to spend money, because we felt if we were spending money, we should be donating it to charity. So everything we did on our own. I directed or put together the video, I guess is probably a better way to put it. And, the studio contributed time. Everybody contributed their time. But, yeah, we have a video, and again, all the kids are, our families we've met on Facebook. And Callie has a Facebook page called Cure for Callie, and she has, I think 33 or 3,400 followers. And, there's a lot of love going on in social media and internet, for people that are going through what my family's gone through.
Okay. Well, we should say that it's less than $1, right? 99 cents to get the song?
It absolutely is. We thought we'd make it a no-brainer for people to contribute, and hopefully, we know music is kind of a personal thing, but hopefully you like the song. It really is, very much from a pure place. Van and I wrote the song, and it was produced from a very artistic point of view. There's really no influence from outside the studio but us in there doing it. So we hope you love the song, but even if you don't love it, 99 cents is not a lot of money, right, Brad?
That's right. Okay, so where do they get the song? iTunes, right?
Yeah, get it on iTunes. It's also for people that, maybe you're not as iTunes friendly, you can go to a website called cdbaby.com.
Okay.
And that's one that you can just get a straight MP3. Amazon in the U.S. has it now. I don't know that Amazon.ca has it yet, but certainly just Googling, sometimes you got to fight, or going to our website will definitely get you the information. You could always send us a note through our website if you can't find it, and we'll certainly get you hooked up.
All right. Hey, it was good talking to you again, buddy. All right?
Yeah, thanks a lot. Thanks for your support, Brad. We're very, very grateful to you and Rock 94.
Not a problem at all. So here's the song. So you can hear it first, and then you can go buy it on iTunes, right? So.
Excellent. Thank you.
All right. Thanks again, Ryan, and best of luck to you, okay?
Thank you.